Hey guys, welcome back to another P3D video, and we are at Miami, so just not continuing from the last flight, which we came to Miami, but obviously not the same aircraft, and especially the same airline. We are American Airlines 905, which is a flight from Miami to Rio, so that's like a 7.5 hour flight, I would say. And so it pretty much departs at night and it will land in a day. So FPS isn't too great. As you know, the 1060 is not the greatest at night. I'm hoping to get an upgrade later this year, which would be awesome. And so better FPS, especially at night as well. So yeah, so getting catering on board. The boarding will start after the catering. Just like normal, got the jetway connected up, the aircraft's all powered on. FPS isn't too great inside the cockpit, that's because we're looking at a whole load of dynamic lighting and the rest of the airport. So once we get taking off, we should get better FPS anyway, because the way the runway is. So ADIRUs are on, emergency exit lights can be on, and nav and logo and wing. And we're going to the FMC, that we can go to the legs page, by the way. I'll go to pause in it, and so at Miami, and we are gate Delta 40 something. Do we know? I'll go back down here and look behind me. Delta 30, sorry, Delta 30. Like so. That's not even in database. That's fine. Catering's finished. We'll go and close those doors. That can get to 2000 on the ATC. That can get to weather terrain. And arm, awesome. Okay, so we go to the initial just GPS position that can go in like so. Route, so KMIA to Rio, which is SBGL, Rio Galeao. I don't know how to say the airport name. Galeao Antonio, yeah, whatever. And so like we said, our flight number is American Airlines 905, taking off from runway 08 right, which is the runway we landed in from Luxembourg, and that's the route in there. We can activate it and execute it as well, and that's all good. Right, before we do the perfinite, let's go set up the fuel and payload. It looks like we haven't actually set this aircraft up before, so kilos and centigrade would be nice. And that just reminded me of setting the QNH in inches, that is. So that's 2999. Double check that with the conditions. Yes, okay, awesome. So go back to the init ref page and just go through to the perfinite. Actually, I just said we're going to set up the fuel and payload. We haven't done that. So fuel 87 tons and 377 kilos. The zero fuel weight will be 191.0, like so. That's a 66% load. That can go into there. The final reserve will be 3, and cost index default of 85, and we're going to be starting a cruise today at 330, hopefully to get some step climbs as well. Go to the legs page. Yeah, we get some set climbs up to 350, out to 370, and that's it. Awesome. Depart and arrive, 08 right, and that'll be coming on the Johnny's 2, and transitioning at Eons, like so. Okay, let's go back to the takeoff. First page first, doing a D rate of 1, and at 40 degrees, so that's an N1 of 94.5%. CG can go in, and flaps 15, and we'll go to this page and set up the runway winds. So currently the winds is a 100 at 3 knots. There's no slope in P3D, that can come off, and the temperature outside is 23 degrees. Awesome. Takeoff gross weight, we're expecting a takeoff gross weight of 278. Bang on. So yeah. So once the IRSs have aligned, the V speeds will show up, and that's going to be all good. Let's go up here, set the starting cruise, which is 330, like so. Let's set the runway heading at Miami, which is indeed, there we go, 092. Like so, and that can go down to 10, traffic, VORs, data and weather, and other side, VORs, terrain, data, 40, and traffic. Awesome. That's all set. That's all set the V2 speed once the IRS is aligned. Yep, we got oxygen, that's all tested. Well, I can test it for you guys, like so. And there we go, all tested, lovely. Flight instruments, so you can see they're all up and looking great. Before start, it's quite bright. Don't know if you guys are seeing if that display is quite bright, but hey, I guess it's fine for now. Maybe the ASUS 9 monitor being a bit bright. So flight deck door, we can. It's not even modelled. Well, it is modelled, but it's not modelled to open and close. It's closed. And passenger signs can go on. They're up here, like so. MCP hasn't been set up, so that's that checklist there, just waiting there. Actually, I'll keep it open, just to remind me. All those lights are on. Let's get the APU started up, shall we? Like so. Do we have fuel in the centre? Yeah, we got loads of fuel in the centre. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, that's everything set up, ready until boarding's complete, really. And obviously the IRS is to align in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Baggage hasn't even arrived yet. Wow. Where is it though? I think, oh, it's right here. It's doing some crazy driving. Apparently it came down here. I'm guessing it came like, because I know it comes from over there, and I don't know why it came through here and then back down. Okay, it's weird. Passengers are almost finished boarding actually as well, which is why I'm starting up the APU. The APU should be running soon. If I go to the stat page, yeah, it's halfway starting up. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to wait for the passengers to board. I'll close up the door, get the jetway gone. I'll wait until baggage is almost finished, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, welcome back. Last baggage on the forward cargo. After cargo's finished, jetway is going away. APUs all started up, IRSs have aligned, and boarding will be completed soon. So what I want to do, parking brake is set, APU is running. So if I go to the ground connections, and I get rid of the jetway plugs, that is, and MCP is not yet set because I haven't put the V2 speed in. So V1 of 151, VR of 154, and V2 of 159. So 159 can be entered here, like so. And done the takeoff speeds, CD pre-flight checklist complete, trim, no hydraulics, it's fine. Taxi and takeoff briefing, well, we're just going to push back and then to the nose right and taxi down that way. And boarding's complete. I was just notified. So wheel chocks can go, and close up the cargo doors, like so, and that's done. Awesome. Now we're going to request GSX for the pushback, nose right, and let it connect up to the aircraft. Right, so done all that. That's looking on the MCP is looking all good. ND is all set up. You can see there's our departure. So heading south out of the. So we're just taking off, turning right down south towards Brazil, South America. Let's check the overhead, just make sure everything's all good. So we get the packs onto auto.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, he's ready for pushback. Those can go onto auto, and we'll wait for the hydraulics and engine starts up. So that's the pushback, and also the beacon.
Locking gear.
So it's going to wait for GSX to do its stuff. Don't know what's going on the side of the aircraft here. Some sort of reflection through the glass windows.
Departure check completed.
Okay.
Live document inserted. Release.
Parking brakes released. Beacon lights coming on.
Clear. Start that way.
Before start checklist is complete. and we are going to get the engine started up. So let's get the fuel pump turned on. Let's start number 2, and we'll get the engine modes, engine page, and we can just watch that spool up. We'll get the hydraulics turned on. That timer started, and yeah, it's doing nice and fluent startup. And if you might have noticed, we don't actually have the dome light on. I think it's dynamic lighting from the terminal that made the cockpit so bright when we're over there. I do not have the dome light, as you can see. It's not activated. That's how bright the dynamic lighting is. I think number 2 is looking like a successful startup, so nothing's going wrong there. That's good. And we'll start the other hydraulics like so. Let's go start number 1. GSX doing? What is it doing? I believe it's lining us up with this taxiway here. Well, we're just going to destroy that 737, but who cares? I see what GSX is trying to do here. Trying to line up with the Delta 29 taxiway. Yes. Let's forget that 737's there. Not my fault, not my fault. GSX should stop the aircraft soon. I'm going to do it there. Stop here. Set the parking brake. Okay, there we go. Pushback's complete. I think this is some floodlights turned on. No, it's still bright just from the terminal. Awesome. So everything's looking good. Hydraulics are all up, fuel pumps are all on, engines successfully started. The packs are still off, that's fine. They're probably just waiting for the engines to stabilise. We can get with the engine page. We can set TARA, set and test. It will be on TA only though, once the test is finished, as we're on the ground. We're going to actually turn on the flight directors. We can go into the flight control page and do the flight control check. So full right, full left. So TGAS is passed, all the way down, all the way up, rudder to the right, rudder to the left, looking good. So trim is meant to be 4.0, which is already is, awesome. That's all good. Go to the checklist page, anti-ice is not needed, recall is checked, there's nothing there, RTO is on, flight controls have been checked, and did it say left is clear? I think it said left and right is clear. Let's go and tick it off. It might have not said it, but it will be. And it's going to wait for GSX to get out of the way. I might need to tweak some GSX config.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
So I didn't call it before. But hey. Awesome. So I'm going to get my charts up so I know where we're taxiing to get to runway 08. Right, that is. It's going to pretty much says we can go, but I'm going to wait for it to get out of the way. So we're going to taxi forward. Just keep going forward. Probably I'm going to go to the left here, then get ourselves onto November. I'm going to keep taxiing down November and probably make our way onto Mike, but we'll see. And we'll get to the Mike 1, hold short for the 08 right. Okay, right. Let's get the turn-off lights on. Yeah, that's all on. And on that side, yeah, awesome. And now it's out of the way. Turn on the taxi light, which seems to not have worked. There's a weird viewing issue. If I look to the left, the taxi light's on. Okay, right, parking brakes released. We have some engine throttle. Going to set the flaps to 15, like so. That's our takeoff flaps, by the way. And we're all good. So, onto this taxiway. 767 is smaller, so I guess we can't go onto that one. We're going to go right then. We have to go right. No problem. So now we can see the taxi light because of that weird viewing option. Wow, the cockpit's got so much darker because we just left that terminal. Let's adjust the floodlights here. go. Like that, and down here as well. Awesome. Okay. Turn up that a bit brighter there. Awesome. Yeah, so making our way onto November. On my left here. There's no lights up there. That's looking good. Let's try and make that a bit brighter down there. And this one as well. Awesome. Everything's now set up. These lights are a bit crazy. There. Textures go right into the air. You can't see it from this view. You can see the spikes though. Let's taxi a bit faster, shall we? We'll probably get rid of the wing light now. Like so. I can select it. I can't select it. That's annoying. I'll make that brim dim anyway. That's fine. There we go. Nice. So just going to carry on taxi down here, and looks like there's an aircraft in front of us. I can just see its tail light. Yeah, another 737 that we should not crash into. It's a bit weird how they got the Airbus liveries on the new livery, and then the Boeing liveries are the old liveries and Ultimate Traffic Live. I'm not sure what's going on there, but hey. See, the lights don't load in a certain view. Looks like if I view completely north, what does that sound? Yeah, completely north, it looks like the lights don't load. It's really weird. It may be just the scenery, because I've had some problems with scenery not displaying dynamic lighting. Approaching 737 like a beast. You know what? Let's go on to Mike. This is Whiskey. I'm just going to go on to Mike via Whiskey here on the right. And we'll just pass that slow gentleman. I had to taxi at 20 knots, not 10. Okay. If any real pilots out there, what's your typical taxi speed? So I've heard like 10 knots around a corner on the ground speed, but is it like 15 knots straight or 20? This is without taxi speed restrictions, by the way. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cabin's ready. That's good. I can't see the dynamic lighting. That's annoying. And slowly making our way. It looks like that 737's faster again. No time to waste. It says it's a 777 captain. Goodbye. We got to get to Rio. Okay. So I could have programmed Top Cat so we can take off like some of these early taxiways. We can take off a bit earlier, like Mach 3 like that, or Mach 2 coming up. But I didn't do that because then we could have got like a big full power takeoff, which would be really nice. The GE90s, but no, we're gonna go all the way down to Mach 1, which is probably like normally standard anyway. That's what Flight Radar says. The real world aircraft took off from, entered the runway at Mach 1, which is what we're off to. This is Mach 2. So the first hold short we should see is Quebec 1, which this one you can just see here. It's really long, and it just, it's the hold short for both 8 right and 1-2. So on to 8 right here on the right, and then his Mach 1. There's no aircraft on approach, and another thing, they're not taking off or anything, so that's good. Let's get the lights on. Strobe and taxi light can come off, and we'll line up with the runway, and we'll get going. And of course those lights, you can't see the lights because of the view. Once we line up the runway we should be able to see the lights anyway, that's good. I was taxiing a bit fast, so didn't line up very well. Let's go and start the timer, and we'll get going. Let's bring out 50% on the N1, just there or so. Make sure everything's all nice, and nothing's going to go crazy. Make sure they're all stable. Toga. Okay. Airspeed's live. Thrust is set. Got some crazy light displays coming up ahead. 80 knots. Carrying away down the runway. Ooh, change of runway texture. Probably just the way it is. V1, rotate. Okay, plus is ready to climb, gear up. Lag spike. Okay, that's weird. No, the gear didn't come up then, so gear up. There's a weird lag spike. Probably just, I don't know. And another one. Hello. It's probably like letting in so much lighting of Miami City. Okay, we need to do that direct left turn after this. Right turn, sorry. Down south. Not too sharp. And I'll get the VNAV active and I'll turn on the autopilot. I can bring up the view there. Right. Thrust is in climb mode. Well, not climb mode, but in a climb setting. And there's no flight restrictions on this departure, which is looking good. And 18,000 feet is our transition altitude, so we won't be flying up to then. Just going to be passing 200 knots and bring the flaps up, like so. Flaps coming up, auto brakes off, everything's good for the after takeoff. Did forget the checklist for before takeoff. Right, let's just wait until the after takeoff checklist is complete. Right, so legs page and FMC there. Right, I can come up a bit brighter. And flaps are almost up. Oh, APU. Oh, that's one thing that's just a bit annoying. I'll leave the APU on. It's fine for takeoff, but... Okay. Okay, our takeoff checklist is complete. And go to the wing view here. And I hope you guys enjoyed the takeoff coming out of Miami. I'll see you in 7 hours time coming into Rio de Janeiro. And yeah, 7 hours time. Long flight. You might have seen it on Project Fly already because I'm doing a Project Fly. And yeah, enjoy the cinematics. I'll see you in the descent. And goodbye. guys, welcome back into the descent down into Rio. This has been 7 hours and 10 minutes? 7 hours and 12 minutes actually. We're just passing 16,000 feet, sorry. Transition altitude is 7,000 feet into Brazil, probably the whole of Brazil is 7,000 feet, but definitely into Rio, the transition altitude is 7,000 feet. The sun has arisen, and yeah. So it's coming in on our approach, and we're going to be landing on runway 15, and we are doing the ILS W arrival today. ILS Whiskey, sorry. And also we're doing the GIGSO 1 Alpha arrival. That pretty much means literally going straight into the runway. If we go through our step here, keep going down south, well, a bit of southeast, and then just line up the runway and land. It's not a crazy arrival. It's definitely not Innsbruck arrival. Yeah, so nice simple arrival, which is good. I've entered in the transition altitude, which is 7,000 feet, into the air from sea. We'll be landing at flaps 30, apparently a speed of 138. Drag required, apparently. Yes, okay. Let's bring out some drag as I go and get the minimums. Minimums is 216. We'll enter that in. 216. It's 240. Oh dear. Just keep scrolling through here. 216 and speed brake set in. Okay, nice. And also the QNH is a 1016. We're doing, I don't know if Brazil used the HPA or the inches. I'm just gonna go HPA because that's just how I work. So that's all entered. Okay. Take a look on the right engine, everything looks good. Oh no, it's fixed itself. There we go. That's what I looked at before, like the sun is rising, kind of messed up the shaders on the engine there. You can see, I messed them up quite a bit. Just gonna stick with the right wing view then. Awesome. Sadly, you can see the reflections on the engine here. It's default terrain and none of this FTX global terrain, sadly. You might have seen it on the cinematics of the engine. It doesn't actually do nighttime reflections, it's just the day, so it's got some daytime sea reflecting on the engine, so I don't know if you guys noticed that. Gotta decelerate even more now. So we've got some very strict flight altitude restrictions coming in, which are all entered. So from like 7,000 feet onwards, we're like restricted at these altitudes, so it's a bit crazy. Okay, probably bring the speed brakes in. The aircraft decelerate itself. So we're doing a 138. So what I'm going to do is a 143 to there. Okay. That's our approach speed entered. So that's all. That's everything entered, really. Nothing else we need to do. Going to be passing 10,000 feet soon, so I'll get the seatbelt signs turned on, and also the lights. Don't need to do that just yet. Can't actually get rid of the logo light now. I don't need that. It's the day. There we go. I can come back to bright, and we can get rid of this. Or yeah, there we go. Oh wow, no, bring that back. That's just master brightness. Okay, I don't understand what that does, but it affects everything. Every single light in the cockpit affects. Okay. What does that do? I don't know. Okay. I guess I'll leave it on then. You can just see some like green tint from the lights. Right, landing lights are on and seatbelt signs are on. Right, let's do the descent checklist as well. Recall is checked, there's nothing there. Auto brake, we'll be landing with auto brake. Oh, actually, I don't even know the length of the runway. Let's do auto brake 2 today. Landing data, sorry. VREF is flaps 30 at 138. Minimums is 216. Approach briefing is completed. Right. Haven't been to Rio in absolute ages in the channel. These clouds are very high, 9,000 feet, and they're already in clouds. Crazy. Okay. I guess the altitude is quite high. I don't know. It looks a bit mountainous. So it looks like we're going to be lining up the runway soon. So that's there, then that should be lining up the runway at that point. Ooh, small lag spike, well, quite a big one actually, off the airport loading in. And what we're going to go to is 2,000 feet, the ILS starts. That's what I'm going to put in, like so. Okay. And do we have a set? A missed approach is 5,000 feet, so once we've captured the ILS, I'll bring the that up to 5,000 feet. Apparently the actual ILS starts at 1,700 feet, actually. So I'll enter that in. So that's when the accuracy kicks in, pretty much. Okay, that's come up to 7,000 feet now. And this scenery looks amazing with the sunrise. I don't know if I said sunset before. I might have said sunset. I have a feeling I might have said that. I'm trying to get a good view here of the engine and the sunrise. It's risen too much, I can't get a good view of it. Get an overwing view. That's fine. Okay. About to approach 7,000 feet with the Q&A exchange onto 1016. There we go. That brings us a bit high on the VNav, but that's fine. I'm gonna go to the approach page now, really, because why not? This is going out to 148. Like so. And yeah. Okay, that's all good. Right, what I'm going to do is speed intervene this. We're going to stand to 220. And we have some speed brakes as well. And actually, I'm going to arm the approach already, because we're close on the glide slope here. I can go back to HPA. Okay, good. If we line up the localizer, and I get the aircraft to descend quite a bit. It could be in the glide slope, which is good. Right, speed brakes coming back in. So got a bit turbulent coming in. Not too bad. My aircraft's just popped up on Navigraph. And bigger lag spike because the actual airport's loading in. The localizer's captured, and the aircraft will hopefully, I don't know if we're going to be able to catch up the glide slope or not, but if we can, that'd be great. Okay. So we're literally lined up the runway right now. See some texture glitches down at the airport. Probably just because we're so far away from it. Sorry. Yeah, the aircraft does not want to do descend. Let's do that quickly. And we should be able to catch up with the VNav or even the glide slope. So I'm gonna like just line up the glide slope here. So it's gonna do manual until the aircraft just reaches the glide slope, and then I'm gonna bring this up to 5,000 feet for our go around. And it looks like it's not actually getting anywhere. So just do that, bring the speed brakes out so we don't accelerate too much, and what will help us decelerate, I'll go and bring out flaps 1. Okay, that's looking good. We'll soon get to the glide slope and we can be able to decelerate a bit more now. Bring us about 200 knots, let's say. And almost there. Glide slope captured. It's coming up to 5,000 feet. And we are able to decelerate a bit more now. So we've got the speed brakes out. Oh, we need to do the checklist. Altimeters are set. Okay, that's weird. Like so. I need to arm the speed brakes, but we need to decelerate. Right, let's bring the gear down. That'll help us with the drag. Set flaps 5. That'll also help us with the drag. I'm gonna bring this down to 143, if I'm correct. Yes. I'm gonna set landing speed already, because the aircraft will make its way down to that speed after a while. Okay, that's looking good. Right, if I get rid of the speed brakes, how's our deceleration going? Oh, that's all good. Right, let's go to the next set of flaps, which is flaps 15. I'm going to arm the speed brakes. Gear is out, you can just hear the drag on it, which is crazy. Very noisy. Okay, so the gear's down, so speed brakes are armed. Currently the flaps are 15, but we should be good. No auto land, that's fine. I'm not auto landing it. And to bring out the speed brakes even more, trying to get the aircraft slowed down. I'm going to keep retracting flaps as much as possible. And we can set flaps 30, so that's good. Arm the spoilers. Autopilot's disengaged. And the checklist will be complete soon. So we might actually land a bit faster than expected here. Right, checklist complete. Okay, right, let's forget about the checklist now. Let's land the aircraft. Let's make sure the spoilers are out. Yep, nice. Okay. Alright, need to get the 2 whites back again. Currently got 1 white, 3 reds. There we go.
500.
And getting too low again. It's better than too high. I'm setting trim at the same time, by the way.
Plus 100.
Let's get to the left a bit.
Minimums.
Right, get rid of the auto throttle. Okay.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Right, idle throttle.
10.
Oh, touchdown. Almost did a bouncer there. And slowly bring the nose down. Idle reverse. There we go. We are on the ground. Oh, that was really weird lag spikes. Right, let's go manual braking here. Trying to exit the runway here. Reverse is coming in. Come on, get around. There we go. Awesome. So flight time of 7 hours and 26 minutes. Absolutely amazing. I have no idea where we're parking. Right, lights off. Strobes off. And we'll just get down here. And APU startup. Let's go clear up. Let's rearm the auto throttles here. Okay. Awesome. 7 hours and 26 minutes. 10 minutes earlier than we thought because of had a bit of a tailwind, which is good. That looks like international. Well, we are international technically. So I'm going to go into this terminal then. So the gates for that terminal. If I can find one. It's the South Pier. There's so many gates that are, okay, 99 and 100 apparently is free. What is with this? Let me just stop the aircraft here. Where are these gates? Oh wow. You know what? Let's go to remote stand, shall we? I'm going for this. Let's go to Swissport. It's just over there, which looks like to be currently used by those. Okay, what the hell? I mean, there's no other place for us to park, which is really annoying. I guess there is space. You know what? I'm gonna go here, and what I'm gonna do is tell GSX that actually we can park here, and you're just lying to us. Okay. I don't want to go to remote stand. We are United Airlines, no, American Airlines, not United, what about that? And we deserve a gate. Yeah, so this one's got 2 jetways. It's obviously for bigger aircraft. It's good to like. Is there a 68 on this? No, there's not even a 68. Okay, looks like we're not gonna have GSX then. So bring the aircraft round. I believe it's so jetways. Not too sure on that. I really think it's so jetways. I can't quite remember because those aren't connected up to the aircraft, so I'm pretty sure they're sewed. Okay. No safe dock or anything. Look, lined up very nicely. And we're going to stop at about a bit too early there. Okay, parking brake is set, AP is running. Let's make sure it says AP is running down there. Nice. Fuel pumps are coming off. It's going to turn off everything here. That can come off. Fuel pumps off. That's all looking good. Seatbelt signs are off. Beacon lights coming off. Idiot IUs and emergency exit lights are coming off. And yeah. So there's no like GSX here, which is fine. We'll go and get the jet waiver. So sewed. Oh wow, that's. I didn't realise it was going to do that. Yes, and it looks like they've been overlapped. That's what happened. And I might need to change that setting. Yeah. Okay. Doors, disarm that door. No, not that one. Not at all. He's connecting to the other one. And that's okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. I'm sorry there's no GSX for our deboarding today. It's a bit annoying. I need to fix those jetways. I may have seen that problem last time we came to Brazil, Rio, but might have just forgotten about it. I did forget about it if that was the problem. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video with the American Airlines 777, and I'll see you in the next one.